Yo! Hello there guys! What's going on? Right, let's have a look at a few things here. And yes, I'm wearing this hat again. It's been in like every single video because have you seen this? Have you seen my hair? I've seen it. I don't even know which way it's going. Okay, so guys, this is awesome. I was looking through the comments on my What Do You Want to See video. Yeah, scrolling down to the comment section, I saw all you guys comment. I didn't know that so many of you were going to comment. It's quite awesome actually. I got about 30 comments. The majority of the comments were grading tutorial. So, grading tutorial, we're going to do that right now. Grading tutorial, boom, Final Cut Pro, and the software I use. Let's do it right now. Now, I use Final Cut Pro X. I think it's called Final Cut Pro 10 as well. We're in here right now. It's completely empty. I've got nothing. Well, I've got the dog in there and me holding up the phone. This is the basic look in Final Cut Pro. There's nothing fancy I do to change any menus. It's just how it is. So let's go ahead and make a new event. Let's just call this test grade. New project. Let's say how I grade. So let's pick a clip that we can work with here. I'm trying to find the clips that I did for the woods video on what I shot, the Sony S-Log video that I uploaded to my channel a couple of weeks ago. Right, let's import this clip. So this is the clip here. So this is all shot in S-Log. He's using his Super 8 camera. So awesome, by the way. So you can see, like, nice shot, nice pan shot of him using the camera. Right, so let me go through a few things first before we get into the grading. This is my camera setup, okay? So I'm using the Sony A7Rii, like you guys know. I shoot in S-Log, and to shoot this video, I shot it in 1080 at 60 frames per second. So I can slow it down and get nice slow-mo while maintaining the 1080 video. My camera settings were around 120 per second because when you're shooting 60 frames per second in video, you have to double that frame rate so it looks nice and smooth when you slow the footage down. If you say shoot 60-60, it's going to look all rugged, and if you shoot any lower than that, it's going to look juddery, even though you shot more frames in the video, if that makes sense. Now, ISO is a good one to remember here because I shot S-Log, which is Profile Picture 7, in the Sony menu, which means ISO starts at 800. Yeah, you can't go any lower than 800. You can go up to 25,600, but you can't go below 800 because S-Log is a program which is special for getting the most detail out of highlights and getting the most detail out of shadows. So it holds that huge dynamic range. So with the A7S2 by Sony, I think the S-Log starts at about 3000 ISO. So it's awesome with the A7R2, it only starts at 800. That means you can shoot more of your stuff in daylight, which is pretty useful. So S-Log, 1080, 60 frames per second, shooting about 120 per second, shutter speed, ISO 800, and my aperture is 1.4 to probably 3.5 or all the way up to f5. I better list those out before I get into the grading so you guys know my settings. And yeah, I didn't shoot 4K just because I wanted the slow-mo 60p. Right, let's get into the grading then. So what I do, I go over to here on the right hand side and I click the effects bar. And as you can see, I've got Color Finale. Now, this is a software that I've been using, let's say a year now. It's pretty good. I mean, it was the only one which looked okay for Final Cut Pro at the time. There's probably more now and there's probably better ones, but I've stuck with this since it came out. You've got Color Finale Pro and Color Finale. To be honest, I really don't know what the hell the difference was. One day I opened my Mac and Color Finale Pro was there. Anyway, we put Color Finale Pro on. So now Color Finale Pro is on my clip. As you can see, it's a bit glitchy here. That's why, I mean, I can recommend it, but there's probably better ones out there now. So this is what you get in your right hand side panel. So you open controls here, and as you can see, you've got these 4 tabs here which you can go through and edit what you want. So let's get started on this grade. First of all, I want to come over here to the first tab, which is lift, gamma and gain, which is basically your highlights, your shadows, your midtones, and your kind of exposure. You've got saturation over here on the right hand side. So through my Instagram feed, you probably know that I like to use quite a lot of fade in my photos, and I like to kind of give that really, really nice mood, that kind of magical, I don't know, kind of lost in this darkness and fade, if you get what I mean. So I tend to keep it quite faded, so I add some lift here. To get the blacks to pop, I pull down the gamma, and if I want more highlights, I can just push up the gain here, bring down that more, push this up a little bit. And as you can see, you can come over here to the right hand side, and to see my progress so far, I can click off and on. So as you see, we've gained pretty much normal exposure now, and made the blacks pop a little bit more, and we've given the photo some fade from what it would normally be exposed. S-Log puts loads and loads of fade in there and kind of washes out the image. This is only to let you kind of bring it back through the shadows and highlights, and then you can put more back once you're done. So this is kind of the base, and then we go to the curves. These are very useful. So I go to this one first, I do my normal kind of thing, which I do in Lightroom. Push up the highlights, bring the blacks down a bit more, and then this is where I can add my fade if I want more in there. And as you can see, it's looking pretty cool already. Now with these 3 bars, there's no specific to like what it should be. You can make these anything you want, because grading is kind of, it's like an art, and you can choose whatever color you want, whatever fits your mood, whatever fits your style, and I don't know, whatever you're feeling that day, that you want to create something, you want to create a film. If you've got this idea in your head that you want to make it really warm and sunny, you can go ahead and, you know, come over to the red and make it really warm, and put some pink in there and whatever, and then go over to the blue and counteract it, and now we've got a warm grade. It's just all to your preference really. You don't have to do, I don't know if there is a rule book, you don't have to follow the rules in this one, but just bear in mind, don't go too overboard with this, because it can look horrible if you just put everything to the highest and make it really, really grungy and stuff. I want to keep it quite simple when I grade my videos. Just like you see in my Instagram, they're kind of natural, but that nice kind of mood within them. So I'm gonna go over to the red bar and bring it slightly down so I get more green in the image. Come over here, this is the highlights for the red. Adjust the midtones, kind of get it more green because it is a forest. Come over to the greens, see what that does. It's just experimenting really, see what does what. And that's how you're going to learn adjusting these curves. Just fiddle about with them until you know what colour does what, and what counteracts what other colour, and so and so. So I'm going to come over to the blue, make it a little bit more green down there. And as you can see, looks pretty cool. Let's just play this back to see if everything else in the image looks okay. So come around, skin tones are doing okay, looks awesome. We've got some more colour coming through the trees there, looks nice. Now we've got this box here. I'm going to skip that because this is just a thing where you can put on a LUT. Now let's talk about this. A lot of people choose LUTs and put LUTs on as their kind of base grade, and then they tweak from there. The way I do it, I like to start everything from scratch and then copy that grade and then put it on the rest of my footage. It's just kind of the way how I work. But yeah, so basically I don't choose any LUTs as a base grade. I just go ham straight in and see what I can make of the footage. With this, we're going to cancel that LUT off, and we're going to go into my favourite part, which is the 6 vectors. Now you can take this kind of similar to the Lightroom stuff, where you have your hue, saturation and luminance tabs. The colour finale one doesn't really go as far as Lightroom can go, but it works, it's fine. Okay, so 6 vectors. We got red, green, blues, pink and yellow. So we've got all the colours here, and then we go to the red. And as you can see, we can tweak the hue of the red here. Now if you go over this side, it looks horrible, and this side it doesn't look too good either. So we're going to leave this in the middle. Saturation, can't really see a difference there. Luminosity, this will change slightly. We can see we can bring more highlight into his face, so we put up a little bit more. Green, this is important because we're dealing with a forest and we've got a lot of green in the image. And it's good to select kind of what green you kind of want to work with here. So if you go for here, you get that kind of darky green, if that even is a word. And then over here we've got you can bring the warmth of the green back, so I quite like the warmth, so we'll go over to this side a bit. Saturation, not really doing anything. See, this is the thing with Colour Finale, how it's different to Lightroom. Saturation doesn't really do much. It's a lot better in Lightroom. You can definitely change saturation a big deal in Lightroom when you're dealing with the hues and stuff. But making it LUT is it's definitely a pain in the ass, so I just stick with this. Luminosity will change, so we'll adjust that. Now blues, these will change quite a bit. Now we can go towards the right and do that kind of turquoisey movie grade you see. I quite like that, so we're going to push it quite a bit this way. Saturation not doing a big deal. Luminosity, that's good there. This is the aqua colour, you can see more green coming through. I think we'll keep that normal. Pink, this is kind of on his skin, you can see we're going over here, it's looking quite bluey, and you go back here, it goes back to like normal skin tones, so keep it down. Luminosity, add some more highlight in there. Now yellow is going to do quite a bit. As you see here, we can go right up, it's going to bring this red through the background. We can go the other way and it's making it really greeny. So we're going to push this right up, just to give the image more kind of warmth and counteract with that nice turquoise saturation. You can see it doing a little bit there. It does work on some colours. Luminosity will make a big change here, and we'll keep that around there. So there we go. That looks pretty good. So coming to the end of the grade now, I think we're pretty much done. Looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So guys, this is basically what I do when grading my videos. I kind of tend to keep that warmth in there, pop the blacks, as well as fading the shadows, making the highlights quite bright as well, but not too much as they're overexposed. S-Log is so good for this stuff. I mean, if you've got a log setting on your camera, I do recommend to use it if you're going to grade your videos. It's just so good for bringing up the shadows and whatever you've got in the highlights. It's just so good for that, and so good for grading and getting the colors in there. So it's quite cool. And I said grading is it's like an art, so you don't really have to follow a rule book to kind of what style you make it. Now obviously this clip isn't finished, there's no music, it's still in real time. So let's just finish off this. Yeah, obviously I'm not going to export something like this. So what I normally do is take the volume down, go to this little button here, slow by 50%, and now we've got it looking really nice. 50% for 60 frames per second is pretty much perfect. There's no defects in here I can see. It's all smooth, there's no judderiness, but you might see that on the screen recording. But once I export it, I'll put it up in this video so you can see what it actually looks like. So yeah, looks pretty good. If I want to copy the grade and put it on another piece of footage, let me just choose another piece of footage here that I can quickly do and show you guys. Okay, let's import this. Okay, import this by pressing E. That's in the timeline now. It's in there. Take the audio right down. We're going to slow this clip 50 so it's nice and slow. Now to copy your grade, just do Command C, and to paste the grade, Shift Command V, and you come up with this little tab here. So it's got selected Color Finale Pro. You untick these, don't want those, and paste on here. So all your things that you've done in the grade will be copied and pasted into your new clip, and boom, wow. That looks pretty sick on there. Boom, that looks awesome on there. Okay, cut it off before I drop the camera there. Bring it in. Okay, nice. And now we go over to the tunes, put some nice tunes on. This song I'm loving right now. It's really cool for kind of these style of videos. Alright, let's see where we are. Nice. Alright, that's finished. Grade is done. Export, roll clip. Such a good tune that. Okay guys, so that is how I grade. I hope you enjoyed this video. Just to give you an insight on how I grade, I know that was like the top comment on my last video, that you guys really wanted to see how I grade my videos and how I go about it. And awesome, if you grabbed any tips on this, that's really cool if you did, and put them into use for your own software or whatever you grade your videos with. I can recommend Color Finale. It is, how much was it? I think it was about £10. I don't know, it might have been free. It's quite a good software paired with Final Cut Pro. You did see it was a bit glitchy there in the menus and stuff, but it works okay. I mean, it makes the footage look really, really cool, and I'm happy with it. Yeah, I apologize if I look really, really tired in this video, because today is Sunday and me and Hannah went to Wales actually, and we hiked up a huge mountain, which took 2 hours to hike up, but wow, I cannot wait to give you that video, guys. I'll put a little photo up here now that I took of the day. Pretty sweet, yeah, pretty freaking awesome area that we went to. Brecon Beacons it was. So guys, that's the next video coming to this channel. As I said, appreciate all the comments, and I hope you got something from this video, guys. Christ, it's 9:30. I need to eat, and yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.